Yacht game. What's going on YouTube? Ethan Sanders back with another video today on Sanders TV. Very excited for this video. Been waiting to get my hands on the shoe since I seen them released the very first time about a year or two ago. You already know what it is. You saw the title and the thumbnail. It's why you clicked on the video. That's why you're here. Nonetheless, let's get right into it. I'm super excited. Let's go. All right, so you already know what we're about to be getting into. It's the Yeezy Quantum. This box, starting off, huge. You get a look at it, get a look at the size. This is the mono carbon pair. So you got like Monco or Moncon or something like that on there. Pretty crazy. But like I was saying, oh, they also, look at this. Look what they did in my box. Look at that. This is terrible. This is a travesty, as I like to say. Regardless, this box is hefty. Like, you see it's like pretty huge next to my head. For a comparison, this is my 700 box. Just look at like the sheer size difference between these two. They're both the same size. They're both the size 13, you know, yacht game. Nonetheless, crazy huge box. Still your normal Yeezy box though, you know, nothing like too different. Slide drawer kind of thing. Quantum on the top, Boost on the side. They are full length Boost, so they're super comfortable. I wore them for about an hour yesterday. Felt great on feet. We'll get more into that in a little bit though. Yeah, like I showed you a second ago, Moncar all over the side of the box. Yeezy Quantum made by Adidas. What I'm noticing though, mine don't say basketball on them. And I know some of the, what's it called? Quantums do say basketball on the box. And I know that caused a lot of confusion early on, is like, was there the basketball pair? Was the person's just a regular pair? That kind of thing. I don't think mine's a basketball pair. I kind of like squared up with my mom in the kitchen last night and it was squeaking a little bit. So that could just be the traction pattern, or it could be basketball and lifestyle. I don't know. I'm not an expert on the Quantum. This is my first pair, obviously. So yeah. All right, so that's enough about the box. You know, we already kind of went over it. There's not too much to go over, so we can kind of do away with that. What you guys want to get into is the shoes. And these things, just like the box, are huge. Let's just get right into it. You know what I mean? Kind of like talking about it. I'm gonna start right here at the toe cap of it. It's got like that suede toe cap, how you see on like, let's say a 700. At least most of them, they all have that kind of like toe cap on there. I feel like they took kind of like quite a bit of elements of like the different like 700, 350, that kind of thing, and put them into this shoe. So that toe cap in specific, definitely kind of reminiscent of the 700. You start moving over here to the side. This is like my favorite part of the shoe. All these like wire kind of like looking stripes right here. They're actually kind of like see-through, but they're double layered on the mesh as opposed to the wiring behind it. So you can't really like get your hand behind it because the tongue is interwoven like before you can get to it, but you can kind of see your socks through it. So that's kind of cool. Moving around here on the inside of the shoe, same thing as the outside, you know what I'm saying? Up here under the collar, we got probably like a nylon or not even nylon, like a neoprene kind of material up here. Same thing goes for on the tongue. On the tongue, it's a little bit more cushiony. As you can see, as you work your way from up at the top of the tongue down to the bottom down here, you can see it's like much thicker as opposed to up here. So that's nice. Your foot gets warm in these. Like I was saying earlier, I had mentioned I wore them for about an hour. My feet were kind of warm. I was wearing it during the day. It was probably like 88, 90 degrees. I was going to pick up my brother, so I was just wearing it around. My feet got a little warm. They were a little toasty. Socks were a little damp. Nothing crazy though. I'm probably going to wear them today when I go to work. I want to get a real feel for them. But I liked them. They were super comfortable. Continuing on though, we're going to get down here to this midsole. And as you can see, probably kind of tell pretty easily, this midsole does not have any texture to it. It's completely flat. Get along the whole thing. There's no texture to it, like how on a 350, let's say, or a 700, or almost any other Yeezy, how there's like the ribbing on it, or there's some kind of design to it. This is just flat, straight across, no design, nothing. I kind of like it. It makes it very easy to clean the shoe. You know, if there's like a little bit of like dust or something on it, you just kind of wipe it off. There's no little crevices or nothing like that for the dirt to get trapped into. But yeah, I think it's pretty kind of like a cool touch. It's a cool creative idea. It ends up looking good, so there's nothing you can really like complain about it. So the last couple things to kind of touch on, we're gonna talk about the bottom of the shoe first. You can kind of get a good look at it right here. It's kind of got like a wavy herringbone traction pattern, nothing like too crazy or nothing like Don't go hiking in these, I wouldn't recommend it, but they get the job done. Like I was saying earlier, I put up like a little post up in the kitchen. I could feel like I had traction. My feet were kind of squeaking on the ground. They were fresh out of the box, but still, I could feel that there was some traction to these. So if you guys want to see me try to play a basketball on them, you know, basketball court at my gym, I just got the shoes. People ask about basketball, kind of go hand in hand. If you guys want to see that, let me know. I can definitely probably work that out. But rounding it out, we can get back here to this little heel cap. Now, a lot of people aren't a huge fan of this. I don't personally have an issue with it, but I know why people could. It's very hard. It's like plasticky, probably. I think probably it's made of like a solid plastic. It's not the most comfortable on your heel, but you don't really feel it for whatever reason. There's kind of like some room in the back of your heel. So that's my only one thing, is that your foot actually does have a lot of like forward to back room to where it almost feels like the shoe is a little bit big on you, even though this is my size. But I do like the design of having this heel back here. I know people have kind of rose the issue with the X kind of thing that they have going on it, that it doesn't like really match up lining wise. You can barely tell with this colorway, at least, that they're not lined up. I don't really care that much. At first I thought they were lined up until I looked really closely and realized that it wasn't. Not a crazy big deal. I personally think it looks fine. So that back heel back here actually does have the same 3M that I forgot to kind of mention earlier, that runs through all this right here, has 3M in it. It also goes back here onto the back heel, onto some kind of like lining kind of a thing. I think it looks really cool. Not even just the lining, actually. There was a reason that these aren't allowed to be used in the NBA, and that is because this back heel does have so much 3M on it that it messes with like their cameras and that kind of a thing. I feel like they should keep branching out the quantums more, like more different colorways. I know one person, like most people's kind of thing with it, like issue, I guess you could say, is that most of the colorways do look very similar. Like this monocarbon colorway, I feel like looks extremely similar to the original barium colorway, I think it was. That's just my personal opinion, but I like them. Before we get to like the bottom of the shoe and all that kind of things, I want to kind of mention the laces on these real quick. They're extremely thick, like rope laces. I don't know if it's focusing, but very thick, like stringy rope laces. They came untied really easily when I was wearing them, so I need to figure out like how I'm gonna tie them to make it better. But as opposed to like other Yeezys where the shoe laces just kind of like sit really nicely on them, these are like a weird like nylon material almost. Like I'm sure everybody here that's watching this video has experienced that before, where it's like those real thick nylon, like spongy almost laces that just don't want to sit on each other correctly, so they just keep coming undone and undone and undone. I don't know how to really fix it. I'm gonna have to like look it up, go on YouTube, how to lace Yeezy Quantums. I know everybody's done that before. But yeah, I just want to note that because they are different laces than what you're gonna see on most Yeezys. Also with the lacing system, I think is really interesting. If you can kind of see in here, I don't know if you can really tell, it doesn't just go through like your average like loops that go through the shoe. They have little loops on the inside of the shoe so that it's almost like tucked away on the inside, and it's just like a little loop that the thing is going through and hooking, as opposed to going through the actual shoe itself. So I think that's kind of cool. It keeps the sides of it looking very clean and like sleek, and keeps all the laces right here, as opposed to it going off on the sides and stuff like that like most sneakers do. All right guys, so that is my review on the Yeezy Quantum. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to wearing this shoe a lot. Hopefully I can get a lot of wears out of it. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know. I'm probably gonna do like an update video. I'm actually working on a year update on my Yeezys, because it's coming up on a year in about 3 weeks or something like that I first got my first foam runners. So look forward to that. I'm not going to add an on-foot portion to this video like I usually do for unboxings and stuff, because there's a lot of different ways that I want to style these, and I feel like that can just be its own separate video. So sorry for that. In the next week or so, there should be an on-foot styling video to this. If you really want to see that, check back. I'll have it up. Yeah. But nonetheless, this was a good video. I really enjoyed making it. I was really hyped for these. They came in like a week. I got them off of GOAT. I forgot to mention that. I do like 90% of my sneaker shopping on GOAT. They usually have the best deals. You can get used shoes if you need. They're just kind of overall, in my opinion, the best. But yeah, that has been the video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you have any suggestions or anything like you want to like add in, or something I might have forgot about the shoe, or something that I might not know, put it down in the comments. If you're not subscribed already, or if you haven't liked the video, go down right now and hit that. Every single thing, I appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, get bigger, get better. And yeah, this is Ethan Sanders on Sanders TV, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.